give ourselves a round of applause because we love ourselves and we love this podcast. All right, so before we get into this episode, we always have a little message. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell. Ding, 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 ding. Sharing is caring.
Yes.
We are drinking margaritas as per usual.
In our fancy cups. They match your nails.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle. It's a blinged out lifestyle. Cheers.
Margaritas.
Mm-hmm. The only thing about the cup is now I'm missing the salt. I don't got no salt.
That is true.
And now, do we need like a little... I get that. See, that's why they have peanuts at the bar. Do they still do stuff like that?
Oh, I hope not. That now sounds gross.
Panorama.
You got all your germinations in there?
I know.
No thanks.
I already figured out that people don't wash their hands. And they put
you need a song and
fucking hands.
And countdown.
Right. Singing happy birthday and you're 40 in the damn bathroom.
Please wash your hands. Go. Just go.
Please.
You're doing it for show.
For sure. Today we are speaking about burnout. Oh, I should do that again. Today we are speaking about
I'll give you space.
Burnout.
That's real. Burnout is real.
So I look up the definition like I normally do when we decide what we're going to talk about. And most, if not all definitions, just pretty much say, or specifically say that it's burnout due to like work. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I guess we could start there because it's like life burnout. It's not just work.
It's not work.
It's being overwhelmed by life at this point.
You know what I feel like it's like, now I'm thinking about, it's like keeping up with the Kardashians. Mm-hmm. It's like you're trying to keep up
with life.
And then you just, I mean, unlike the Kardashians, you get exhausted.
Right.
On the way there.
Pretty much.
Because you always feel
like... So you open your fucking eyes, I'm tired. And I just slept.
I got things to do and I haven't even brushed my teeth yet. Mm-hmm. But from the minute you wake up to the moment you go to bed, which is another reason why they tell you to keep a notepad by your bed because things will pop up in the middle of the night and now you have to remember them because you're never going to remember them. You know, I don't need to write it down.
Write it down.
Write it down, please.
If you are over 30, write that shit down. Our memories are shot. There's a lot going on today.
There's a lot going on.
Write it down.
But you're always doing something. And even if you take a minute, I feel like there's a lot of that guilt where even if you take a minute, you're like, I could be doing this instead of taking
You
this
think about
minute.
all the things you could be doing when you're supposed to be like relaxing.
Yeah. Or as soon as I'm done this, I'm just going to take a break and then I'll do X.
Right.
You're never done and you're never
never done. Just like we plan everything else, plan some time to yourself. Plan some self-care, something. Just something where you like, and I think number one is like disconnect from your phone. Whatever it is that requires your self-care, your phone should not be, because that's just going to add to it. Somebody's going to text you, you're going to get an email, you're going to see a sale, something's going to happen. It's going to get you out of that zen space. So I said, even like I got a pedicure last week, and I put my music on, I took my pick, I put my phone down, and I just closed my eyes and let them do their thing. And I was like, I don't remember the last time I did that, where I'm just not like scrolling. It's just the mindless scrolling. Like I had to stop myself. I was like, lately I had no idea what's going on social media. I post and I'm like posting, I'm gone.
Post and ghost.
Post and ghost.
Yeah. I gotta tell you some things I found on social media because mine has gone up. My views have all gone up because up. And I'm Canadian now because I'm trying to like almost like stay on top of trends. Like when that whole Usher video came out, like that.
I just used it on a reel. I'm gonna put it somewhere.
But trying to like keep up with that, so I know if I were to go into my screen time, my TikTok views are up, my Reel views are up, on Facebook my Reels views are up, posting has gone up. I know that because I'm trying to stay on top of things and stay relevant instead of weeks later being like, oh, I should have done that.
You go back on the page, you're like, damn, I haven't posted since when? Because that's me. I have all these ideas and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. Never come around to it, and then I check my page and I'm like, that bitch hasn't posted in 2 weeks. Not that I haven't been doing anything.
Because you're busy.
It's just because I'm busy. And just the ideas don't make it to The gram. Like they're like, I'm still working. I just haven't been posting as much because I'm fucking busy.
You're in the middle of it.
Yeah, like that. I can't
and
stop.
It's hard to capture a lot of stuff when you're in the middle of it.
I'm gonna just put a fucking camera in my den to just watch me work. Everything is content.
So like go in time lapse.
Right. This is a typical day. Like it's definite. I've been more mindful to just take my breaks, take my break, because lately I have been feeling extremely exhausted and just like fatigued and just like I don't want to do anything. I just don't want to. So I've been unplugging from my phone, listening to my audiobooks again, because if I listen to them on YouTube and I can't, well now there's an update. You can minimize YouTube and still do other things.
You can?
You can.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Roy is not able to do it on his. I can do it on mine, but he can't do it on his.
Now my screen time is going to go even more.
Because now YouTube used to be the only thing that I can get on and not multitask.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't do something else. Now I'm finding, I got my YouTube window over here, and I'm still texting back and replying to this email and doing all the things. So I've been listening to my audiobooks again and just putting my phone down. Writing again. Guided meditation, listening to the fucking ocean, whatever it is to me to not start thinking of, because I have to, if there's nothing, then I'm thinking about what I'm going to work on next. But if I'm listening to the ocean, then eventually I'm just going to fall asleep. Yeah. So that's my little bit of like my self-care, and I am a work in progress, because even when Roy is like, you like take a break, you did so much today, whatever, I do feel guilty, because I'm like, there's like 4 more hours of work that I could really be doing right now. Or, okay, well, then I'm going to do work from the bed. So that I'm not relaxing. I'm just not doing the physical stuff, but I'm doing all the administrative, the background stuff from the bed with the laptop. I'm addicted. Maybe I'm addicted to work.
Maybe. I don't know. Don't be.
I don't. I'm going to be addicted to travel and vacation.
For real. Free time. So if I, literally, my morning routine has shifted a little bit, because now my workouts are a little longer. So, which is helping a lot, because now I'm not like, all right, I'll be done in 20 minutes, I'll be done in 30 minutes. Now they're like 45 minutes long. Okay. And it only seems like, that's just another 15 minutes. That 15 minutes is a lot of work. So going from there to showering, to getting dressed, have breakfast, and sit down and write everything I'm going to do. Even with that, I'll have a top 10 list. I have my 10 goals for the month, and then I have what I'm doing to get towards those goals. Then on top of that, there's your basic to-do list of like take out the trash, or put a load of laundry in, or wash it, whatever your house your
day-to-day stuff that is not going anywhere.
Yeah, and then that reminds you, we're low on toilet paper. We're low. So now you're in the Target app, or you're in the Amazon, or you're doing all these other things at the same time that you're trying to like get everything done. And then that's where that, I feel like burnout is coming from the life, because you're just never done. No. You never have enough of everything, and that might sound materialistic, but you can never have enough water. You can never have enough toilet paper, fabric softener, whatever.
There's always something. There's always something.
So then by the end of the night, I'm tired by 6 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
Let alone my show on Wednesday nights comes on at 9. I don't know how I make it.
That's probably your little bit of self-care right there. Like, okay, this is my show. I can like
just try not
to
watch
the show, right?
But then it's on top of everything that we're doing work-wise, right? Being on social media and creating the content to continue to do your work, to continue to like get people to watch and join and all that stuff. Right. It's a lot, and we have to be okay with giving something up, right? Like something's got to give, but it doesn't have to be like that negative thing. Like something's got to give, like health. Right. No, something's got to give from your to-do list. Like give it to somebody else or automate it somehow, because you can't. We always want to do it all. We can't.
No, it's just we always say it all the time. There's not enough time in the day. Yep. There's not enough time in the day. Yep. Make time for yourself. Make time for the things that you need to do. But make time for yourself. Yeah. The checklists help. If I know today, I know that I have a lot to do today. Like I know we got to record today. I have to go to the hydration lounge. We got to go somewhere else after. Like I know today, so I planned around for the week. Nothing else can be done today because I'm going to be ripping and running the streets. I just like to be in the house. I just want to be left alone.
Whenever I'm home all day, I need a minute to go outside just to like drive to Dunkin' or to do a pickup order or whatever, but I love to be in the house. Like, now I have time to like really focus on my to-do list, and I really can read a whole chapter instead of like getting 2 or 3 pages in, just so I can feel like I'm continuously like doing something. But I love to be in the house. Leave me in the house.
I'm a homebody. Like, I know if you're watching my highlight reel of social media, I'm out and about and all that, but I loves to be in the house. I loves to be with my dog. I loves to binge watch trash television. Like, that's my thing.
What are you watching right now?
I started watching Love Island, the US version, but apparently the UK version was really, really good. So I'm gonna go back and watch it on Hulu. I'm also watching Baddies South, which I'm still trying to get the whole purpose of the show.
Is it like Bad Girls Club?
Oh, Natalie Nunn is like did you watch Jocelyn's Cabaret?
I saw highlights.
Well, it's very much like Jocelyn's Cabaret, but Natalie Nunn is like in charge, but she doesn't get the respect that I think that she wants to get. And I'm still trying to figure out what y'all doing, because they're like going to city for what? When Jocelyn was traveling, it's because the strippers are traveling, because they're about to put on a show, a cabaret. I don't understand where they're going or what's happening. Why do I want to pay to see you? I need to know more. So now, now I'm invested. But I do find myself watching, like, I watch so much trash TV, and then I'm like, all right, I gotta put CNN on. Like, I need to smarten up. After I watch a certain amount of trash television, I have to put on like CNN or MSNBC.
I need numbers and stats.
I'm like, I need something like, give me something smart, because this shit is just like, it's easy to watch, but now I feel like I lost a couple IQ points, and I gotta turn CNN on or something.
Play a
like,
game afterwards.
What's going on in the world? Right? What's going on in the world?
Do we want to know though? Like, that's
a whole nother thing. Yeah. That feeds right back into burnout. Because I'm like, I'm addicted to watching the news, even though I hate what's going on, and I watch certain things, and I'm like, this is so fucked up. Like, this is so fucked up, but I still gotta watch it.
I never understood why people didn't watch the news. Now I understand, because we haven't watched the news, like sat down and watched a news report since, I'm gonna say, like June, July of 2020.
Oh shit!
I've not sat down and watched.
That's good.
What's going on? Because you guys tell me, my parents tell me, it'll show up on Instagram, and you know, now there's a letter coming to your house about it or whatever. But now I understand, because you're hoping for the last few minutes where they talk about the weather,
but before that,
maybe traffic, and then like one really nice story. But before that, it's like
doom and gloom.
Yes,
that's it.
The whole time.
Shots. Like, we just hit our 300th homicide in this city. Like, it's just not. Good things are just not happening right now. The mayor is burnt out.
And he told everybody, I want to retire so I can enjoy things.
He said something like, I hate when this event, or I don't look forward to the events in this city or whatever. Like, he's motherfucking tired. Yeah. Okay, sir.
Retire, bro.
Right.
Well, I mean, you can't get reelected anyway. No. Your terms are over.
Like, thank the Lord.
Who said that?
There was something else I want to say. There is, because I was going back and forth between just researching like burnout and stuff like that, and I'm like, I can relate to all these things. Most of us can. And it's not only for entrepreneurs, just like you were saying. It's life. If you are you could just be you could be a single person with no children, just working 9 to 5 and coming home, and like but you still have life. You still have your family. Even if you don't have your own children, you have to deal with your family shit or whatever. There's always something. And I felt like this week was one of those weeks where every single person I reached out to was having something like crazy going on in their life, and just everybody is just like one bad thing away from just completely fucking snapping.
Fuck everything.
Like, just like, fuck it off. Flip the table. I'm done. Like, everybody is like, this is one of the things, like, somebody was like, are you okay? And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not okay. Don't check on your strong friends. We gonna cry about it.
We're not okay.
We're not okay. But it just feels like everybody's just dealing with a lot.
Yeah.
Whether it's businesses or life or relationships or children or marriages. I'm dealing with 2 people right now that are getting married and making stuff for them, and they're renting to me like, the guest list is this, and it's just stress. It's just stressful. And like, the more they vent, the more I'm like, okay, so then I'm just gonna elope, because I don't want none of these problems.
For real.
And that's all they keep saying is, I should have just fucking eloped. I should have just fucking eloped.
Everyone that, or mostly everyone that gets, like, has an actual ceremony, but like, I should have just eloped. But I think what's adding, I think, to the anxiety and like this burnout feeling is you don't finish one thing before you're already, they're already talking about the next thing. So school just finished. It is mid-July right now as we are recording this.
Yep.
Target weeks ago had school supplies out.
Yeah, Walmart.
Why?
Same thing. I told Jay this morning. I was like, Walmart already kind of ran through for the school supplies, and it's mid-July.
Because kids, I can kids get excited about getting new supplies for school. Their book bag, their
At least
pens, and all that.
I was the kid. I used to get excited.
I know teachers aren't. They're probably walking through Target like
they're still trying to decompress from the last 2 fucking years. Like,
why are you doing this to us? I thought we were essential and you cared about us. Stop putting that shit out in July. Yes, we know that some schools start early and there's summer school. There's always a school supply section. There's
most
always
parents
a
don't
section.
even have the list. That's what Jay was saying this morning. She's like, I don't even know what she needs. I don't even have a list. So it's like, do I go and just buy shit because it's on sale, or do I wait for the list? Like, what do I do? I don't know.
Because then, so you got that with school. Then they already got the fall stuff out. So
I'm actually ready.
I love the fall. So I have gone and picked up a couple of things because they're cute and I like them and they make me happy.
Right.
But then when the fall comes around, then you're gonna start seeing the bikinis come back.
Right, exactly. Now we're buying bikinis in November.
Why?
I don't know. I was like, I've already lost all track of time. Like, because we have no kind of real schedule, I have no idea. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. I just know my phone tells me, like, bitch, you gotta go to work today, actually. Or you gotta do X, Y, and Z.
today.
Right. I have to do something. Oh, okay, I'm leaving the house. Other than that, I don't know what fucking day
Other
it
than
is.
that, I'm making dinner at 3 o'clock because I don't know what time it is.
Pancakes at midnight. Like, I don't know.
Whatever.
I got no rules.
Applesauce.
I had some applesauce prior to having my tequila because I had to put something in my belly.
You need something. I had chips on the whole drive over here. So I knew I needed
Your car
something.
chips?
My car chips.
We can talk about your car chips. I have car snacks.
I try to have granola bars, like with the melted chocolate and all this stuff, but guess what?
hot.
It's melting. Chips don't melt.
Now you have punch.
Yeah. Nobody wants that on a hot day in their car.
Nope. There was somebody on YouTube that was like describing burnout, and I was like, I might be a little depressed because I'm like, I would like for us to get somebody on here, maybe somebody like Kelly that can tell you or explain the difference between are you burned out or are you depressed, or is it both?
Good segue. She's gonna be back on the show.
Yay!
So Kelly actually created a journal. It's called Burnout to Bliss.
Yes.
And every single day, it's 28. I'll let her explain it better when she's here. She's gonna come. I gotta give you some dates.
Okay.
There are 28 days of suggestions of what to do. And this is gonna help you in your burnout recovery. And then you can choose, depending on if you like them or not, you can choose to use them later when you're experiencing burnout again. I remember this thing making me really happy, or this really working on me to like help to get me from that burnout state. And there's all these things, and I'm actually going through it right now to like, there's things from like a scream, but if you're gonna scream, you gotta tell your partner that you're about to scream.
I'm gonna scream.
Or it's something as simple as like working out outside, or putting a playlist together, or these type of things that take a minute, do this, and then tell me how you feel. And then there's some journaling pages, there's coloring pages.
Oh, nice.
There's quotes.
I love that it's a book. I love that it's a physical book, and it's not like, no shade, but it's not like a PDF, or I want to get off of my phone, I want to get off of my iPad. So I love that it's a physical book, and I'm gonna buy it before she comes on here so we can really like dive deep. But
it's really nice. I'll show it to you. I brought it with me.
Okay.
It's spiral bound, so it's really good. Like lays flat. Like
you know what you're doing, Kelly.
Yeah. Journal people know what kind of journal they like.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Like when you.
So I'm doing my research too.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So I think Kelly could come and talk about, because it's not just, so right, my example, your example of work and life, my example of like life. Moms have this. I think she can talk to it, but I think she can also talk to it as like how her executive leadership coaching. Like, she's seeing, we're experiencing burnout from our level, but what are leadership, what are bosses, what are they experiencing? Because if their employees are all burnt out, how does that help them?
Right, they don't go without feeling that.
Right.
Like you can't be at peace if your people aren't at peace.
Right.
Like, so the CEO isn't at peace. I hope not. I hope the CEO isn't at peace if all the lower level employees are stressed the fuck out.
Right.
Something's wrong.
Yeah. There's a disconnect there.
There's absolutely a disconnect.
Real bad.
So yeah, so we need to have Kelly like really like break that down. So I'm like, I can see how people can say, well, I'm depressed. This is why I don't want to do anything. This is why I don't, why I don't feel why I feel disconnected. Why I don't want to get out of bed and blah blah blah. And it might not be depression. It might be that you're so burnt out from work and life that you just need a break. Like you need a break. You need to do things that's gonna you need to fill your cup. We talk about it all the time. You need to fill your cup.
Yep.
So I would like Kelly for you to discuss that and clear that up for us.
I think obviously she created a whole journal. I think it's going to be a great resource to talk about that.
For sure.
Because you may not even know that you're experiencing that. Like you said, you might think you're depressed. Listen, so many people are going through so many mental health and wellness stuff. And it's not just physical burnout, like you feel tired because you did something physical with your body. Your brain is probably exhausted from like all the stuff that you have to do.
You're sleeping 8 hours a night, you're drinking your water, you're eating right, you're working out, you're doing all the things, and you still feel like I'm unmotivated, you're burnt out. Like, that's just what it is. We started going to the gym last week, and Friday we couldn't go for whatever reason, and we're like, I miss going to the gym. I felt good afterwards. Like, going there, I was like, oh, fuck this. Yeah. But once I was there, I was fine.
The whole way there. Like,
I made every excuse every single time. And he's like, you ready to go to the gym? Sure, let's just do it. And it's not like we're there all day. We go in, quick workout, come back out, and then we feel better. Like you gotta like release that shit.
Check that box.
Right.
It's done.
It can't be enough to just feel like I went through enough bottles of wine, so now I'm going to the gym. That's pretty much where I'm at with life. I drank all the wine, I drank all the tequila, a little smoky smoke. Now I'm back in the gym.
Let's go to the gym. Let's add this in.
Now I'm gonna do some healthy coping mechanisms. I went through the unhealthy, I filtered through all the unhealthy coping mechanisms. Now I'm working on the health.
Yeah, I tasted all the pliables, now I gotta make them myself.
Yeah, there you go. That's fine. Baby steps.
Yeah. And it's fine. I think it recognize it and then take action on it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, okay, now you gotta do something else because now you're burnt out. But I think action could be eliminating some stuff. Like, you know what? I don't have to be up on the dishwasher every single day. I don't have to put a load of laundry in every single day. Let that shit pile up until
you get to it. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace.
Do that because.
And when you run out, go and get yourself a 5-pack from Walmart. Like, leave me alone. just
throw them out.
I don't have time for laundry. I'll just buy some more shit. Leave me alone.
But you gotta be fine or tell your partner, look, I can't do it all. You need to blah, 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 blah. And share that information because you can't do it all. You can't. As much as we think we can, we can't. Yeah, we stand in bed. I could do all of it.
I could do it. Roy likes to say his aunt, this is him mocking me, I'm an independent woman now, you know what I mean? But I also will get frustrated.
Your Roy impression is very good.
Thank you. She gets it. I will give up on, like he knows, I'll give up on something real easy because I don't feel like being frustrated. If I'm trying to do something, let's say I plug this in and I'm about to edit or whatever, the laptop's dying, the charger just fell behind the desk, Bella just ran off with the fucking keyboard, whatever, I'm like, you know what? This ain't getting done today. I'm gonna do something else. And he's like, no, well let's just, nope. Because I feel that this is gonna frustrate me, so I'm gonna stop. And I'll move on to something else. And then I'll circle back.
That feels so zen.
I have gotten really good at just saying, nope, fuck this, I'm doing something else. But on the flip side, now I got a bunch of half-ass things that are on my checklist because I got frustrated.
And then Bella's still got the keyboard.
And Bella's gnawing on the fucking keyboard. So that's life. No. But I have gotten better at just being like, this is about to frustrate me. I can feel it. I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna look at something else. I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna put my waves on or whatever it is I need to do, and just do that. And then I'll come back to it. But I'm like, no, you won't break my soul.
I have two alternatives to that. One, I curse my way through the entire thing. So now it's like, don't come near me because you're going to catch the wrath of all the curses. Or two, I put a timer on and I'm going to do it until that timer's finished. So if it's 5 minutes, 15 minutes.
I've gotten that tip from you before. That's a good one.
I'm not doing it past this time limit. That's the only time I'm going to dedicate to this, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because it could just... Before you know it, you're like, I'm just going to spend a couple minutes researching a reel.
Right, let me just go on TikTok real quick.
By the time you see it, you are on TikTok and you are following the girl that has an emu called Emmanuel. Please tell me you've seen this.
No!
Now I'm following this farm. I don't have a farm. I don't want a farm. Why am I following this girl?
It's something out of your world. That's what it is.
Crazy.
You're gravitating towards something else. That's all.
If you've seen it, I can watch 9 episodes. I can watch 9 seasons of that. I'm gonna show this to you.
There's a girl that I watch that's a sleepwalker. I don't know why.
I've seen her too.
She's fucking hilarious.
The other day I started following her.
She's so
I'm
funny.
like, this is Melanie's girl.
Yeah, she's so funny.
But that's why I set the timer, because I'm like, if I don't find a reel in 5 minutes to do, that's it.
Next thing
one is not getting done today.
Right.
And that's how I do that, because if not, I'm gonna curse my way through it. I'm gonna be like, you know what, this is not getting done today.
Nope. No. So I feel like the timer tip has helped me with only allowing myself to do things for a certain amount of time. Like, let me not drag this out, because I know, let's say if I'm gonna make a shirt, I can probably do a shirt in 10-15 minutes. But if I don't feel like doing that shirt, it will take me 2 hours, because I will load my machine up, get on Twitter, blah 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 blah, let it cut, blah 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 blah. Now 2 hours later, that it just took me to make something that I know does not take me that long. So I also use it to just just to allow me the time that, okay, this is what you're gonna do it, but I also use it for things that I avoided. There's things that I will avoid doing because I feel like it's gonna take me a long time, and then it takes 15 minutes.
Like folding laundry.
Right.
I hate folding laundry.
You set a timer and you put like 15-20 minutes to, let's say I'm gonna give myself 15-20 minutes to clean up this area. That shit will be clean.
That's it. Yep.
But thinking about it, you think about it for 3 hours and how you don't want to do it.
I'll do it when I go back upstairs.
I don't feel like doing this shit. 20 minutes and shit'll be done.
I'm just gonna wear them again. Why I gotta fold them and put them away?
Stupid. I'm just gonna lay back in this bed where I gotta make it.
I'll just push them over.
Saying, I guess I will end this with, and at least we can give people some tips to manage it.
Yes.
Which I would say, take breaks.
Yes.
Your timer.
Put a timer on and just do it for that amount of time, and then move on to the next thing.
Unplug, drink your water, mind your business, go to the gym.
Go watch a Netflix series.
Just so many of y'all right now. So many.
Break it up that way. Like, all right, when I'm done this, that's my reward. I'm gonna go sit and watch that. And I've done that in the past because I like to binge. Let me watch the whole 10 episodes. Watch an episode or two, and then now I gotta do. If I allowed myself to have 2 hours of chill time, then I can put 2 hours of work time without scrolling. Right. So I bargain with myself a lot. It's a lot of conversations going on. A lot.
I'm always in a staff meeting.
You should hear my morning staff meeting. You don't gotta work out today. Bitch, you better get up and put on them.
Wasn't you just complaining yesterday? Don't you still got them car chips in the car? Get up.
You don't got car bananas. You don't got car apples. You got chips.
Yeah, chips.
But if you guys have any coping mechanisms for burnout, let us know. Healthy and unhealthy. Give it all. We'll listen to all of them. Might look like some fun. We'll try them on air. We'll try them. Yeah. So if you're feeling burned out, or if you're feeling depressed or stressed or whatever, and you wanna talk, we like to talk to y'all. I just you are not alone. You're not. You're not. And that's a wrap on that. That's a wrap. Bye.